My name is Andrew Knight and I'm a veterinary professor of animal welfare and a very experienced dog and cat veterinarian. Global trends such as human and pet population growth, the environmental sustainability of the livestock sector, and farmed animal welfare concerns are all driving the development of alternative pet foods based on new protein sources such as plants and seaweed, insects, yeast, fungi, and laboratory-grown meat products. Of these, vegan pet foods, which don't include any animal products, are most developed. These use plant, mineral, and synthetic sources to ensure that all necessary nutrients are included for dogs and cats. But can vegan dogs and cats be healthy? In 2020, my colleagues and I surveyed over 4,000 dog and cat guardians to determine health and behavioural outcomes on the different diets used. This is one of the largest such studies ever published in a scientific journal. We examined health outcomes of over 2,500 dogs, fed conventional meat, raw meat, or vegan diets. To determine how healthy these animals were after eating these diets for at least 1 year, we assessed 7 general indicators of health. In particular, we examined whether there were unusual numbers of visits to veterinarians, which might have been consistent with treatment for a healthcare problem, whether medication of any kind was required other than routine vaccinations and parasite treatments, whether animals needed to progress onto a medical diet after initial maintenance on one of the 3 diets studied. For those animals that had seen veterinarians at least once in the last year, and where pet guardians were certain of the healthcare assessments of their veterinarians, we asked what those assessments were about the health of their animals. We asked guardians about their own opinions of the health status of their animals. We determined the percentage of animals that were considered to be unwell, and for those unwell animals, we determined whether they suffered from just one type of disorder or multiple types of disorders. Additionally, we examined the prevalence of 22 of the most common health disorders suffered by dogs. The proportion of dogs considered unwell were 49% of those fed conventional meat, 43% of those fed raw meat-based diets, and 36% of those fed vegan diets. After analysis of the statistical significance of apparent differences between the dietary groups, it was clear that conventional meat diets produced health outcomes that were inferior to those produced by the other 2 diets. Dogs fed raw meat initially appeared to have marginally better general health indicators overall than dogs fed vegan diets, although the effect size was statistically small in every case. However, the dogs fed raw meat were significantly younger on average, and this normally confers a health advantage. Additionally, non-health related factors may have improved apparent health outcomes for dogs fed raw meat in 3 out of 7 of the general health indicators studied. In light of these factors, we cannot conclude that dogs fed raw meat diets would be healthier than those fed vegan diets if their ages and non-health related factors were equalised. Additionally, raw meat diets confer considerable risk of pathogens, such as bacteria and parasites, that are not associated with vegan diets. Hence, based on this study, along with others in this field, the healthiest and least hazardous dietary choices for dogs are nutritionally sound vegan diets. However, guardians should always check labels to ensure that pet food is nutritionally complete and balanced. Reputable pet food companies should be chosen who work with experts such as veterinary nutritionists and can provide information about the steps they've taken to ensure the nutritional soundness and quality of their pet foods. Advice for guardians interested in transitioning their animals onto nutritionally sound vegan diets, along with key studies in this field, is available from my website, sustainablepetfood.info.